Welcome back to the SM Auto Reviews. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic supercars of the modern era, the Lamborghini Huracan. A name that ignites passion, roars with power, and defines what it means to drive a machine built purely for thrill. From its razor-sharp design to its spine-tingling V10 engine, the Huracan is not just a car, it's an experience. Whether you're chasing the red line on a winding mountain road or turning heads in the city, this car delivers adrenaline, prestige, and precision in equal measure. The first thing that grabs your attention about the Lamborghini Huracan is its presence. This is a car that looks like it's moving, even when it's standing still. The low, wide stance hugs the ground, with angular lines and sharp contours cutting through the air like a jet. The signature Y-shaped LED headlights give it a menacing front profile, while the massive intakes and aerodynamic creases remind you that this isn't just about looks, it's about performance. The rear of the car is just as aggressive, with twin exhausts mounted high in the bumper, a sharply integrated diffuser, and a transparent engine cover that showcases the beast within. Every element of the design has been sculpted for aerodynamics, downforce, and pure visual drama. Slide inside the Huracan and you're instantly immersed in a cockpit that feels like it belongs in a fighter jet. The doors open low and wide, and once you're seated in the low-slung, deeply bolstered sport seats, you're surrounded by a mix of premium Alcantara, carbon fiber, and stitched leather. The flat-bottom steering wheel is thick, grippy, and packed with controls. Paddle shifters sit just behind, perfectly placed for instant gear changes. The start-stop button is hidden beneath a red flip switch, like arming a missile, because pressing it unleashes something truly explosive. Ahead of you is a fully digital 12.3-inch instrument cluster, configurable to show speed, tach, navigation, performance data, and more. The infotainment system is straightforward but functional, now including Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, and a high-end audio system by Sensonome or Bang & Olufsen, depending on trim. The cabin may not be as spacious as a GT car, but it wraps around you like a racing suit, reminding you at every moment that you're driving something special. Under the hood, or rather, mid-mounted just behind the driver, lies the heart of the Huracan, a naturally aspirated 5.2-liter V10 engine. It's one of the last of its kind in an age of downsizing and turbocharging, and it's a symphony of raw mechanical sound. Depending on the variant, it produces anywhere from 610 to 640 horsepower, with torque figures around 413 to 442 pounds-ft. That's enough to propel the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds and reach a top speed north of 200 miles per hour. The power delivery is immediate, with a high-revving character that builds up to a screaming crescendo at the 8,500 revolutions per minute red line. The dual-clutch 7-speed gearbox is lightning fast, delivering crisp, brutal shifts in Cosa mode and buttery smooth changes in Strada mode for daily driving. The Huracan is more than just raw numbers, though. It's the way it handles. The chassis is built on a hybrid aluminum and carbon fiber platform, making it both strong and lightweight. In all-wheel drive versions, the system offers incredible traction and confidence, especially in corners and wet conditions. The rear-wheel drive variants, however, are the purist's choice, offering a more playful and engaging driving experience for those who like to feel the rear end dance a little more. The adaptive suspension, rear-wheel steering in Evo models, and torque vectoring all work together to create a car that's razor-sharp in response, glued to the road, and surprisingly forgiving when pushed hard. The steering is precise and direct, with excellent feedback for a modern supercar. Carbon ceramic brakes come standard on most models, delivering immense stopping power and resisting fade during high-performance driving. As for trim levels, Lamborghini offers the Huracan in several variants to suit different tastes. There's the Huracan Evo, which is the refined and re-engineered evolution of the original LP6104. It comes with improved aerodynamics, a new infotainment system, and rear-wheel steering. The Huracan STO is the most hardcore of the lineup, a track-focused version with an aggressive aero kit, extensive use of carbon fiber, and a rear-wheeled rev-only setup. It sheds weight, adds downforce, and turns the Huracan into a corner carving weapon. Then there's the Huracan Technica, a perfect balance between daily drivability and weekend performance. It offers sharper dynamics than the Evo, but without the uncompromising nature of the STO, for those looking for open-air thrills. The Spider versions of each variant provide all the performance of their coupe counterparts, but with the added joy of top-down driving and more unfiltered engine sound. When it comes to comfort, the Huracan surprises a lot of people. Sure, it's a supercar, but it's also surprisingly livable on a day-to-day basis. In Strata mode, the suspension softens up, the transmission relaxes, and the exhaust quiets down just enough to make city driving or long-distance trips relatively easy. You're not getting tons of cargo space. Of course, there's a small frunk in the front for a carry-on suitcase or a backpack, but the ride quality is manageable, and the seats are more comfortable than they look. Visibility isn't bad for a mid-engine car, and the parking sensors and rear-view camera help a lot in tight spots. Pricing for the Lamborghini Huracan depends on the variant and options, but you're looking at a starting price of around $250,000. For the rear-wheel drive, Evo and climbing to over $330,000 for the STO. Customization plays a big role in the final price. Lamborghini offers an extensive ad personam program that allows buyers to personalize everything from paint color and interior stitching to materials, wheels, and even plaque engravings. With enough options, it's easy to push the price well above $400,000, especially if you're going for a one-of-a-kind build. But here's the thing, the Huracan is worth it. You're not just buying a car, you're buying a legacy, an emotion, an engineering marvel that's still driven by passion in a world increasingly run by algorithms. It's one of the few remaining supercars that still offer a naturally aspirated engine, and with the automotive world quickly transitioning to hybrid and electric, the Huracan may very well be the last of a dying breed. That fact alone gives it a kind of timeless value that few cars in this segment can offer. Every time you drive the Huracan, you're reminded that cars like this aren't just about getting from point A to point B. They're about feeling alive. They're about the sound of a V10 echoing through a canyon. They're about carving corners with surgical precision. They're about the stares, the smiles, and the sheer sense of occasion you feel every time you get behind the wheel. This isn't just performance, it's theater, it's drama, it's art in motion. That's our full review of the Lamborghini Huracan, a masterpiece of design, engineering, and emotion. If you enjoyed this in-depth breakdown, be sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to SM Auto Reviews for more reviews of the world's most exciting cars. Whether it's raw power, refined luxury, or the future of driving, we'll bring it to you straight. Until next time, stay fast, stay passionate, and keep driving bold.